Don't forget to check us out on Patreon, where you'll receive exclusive content to videos that are not available on YouTube. And for those of you that like the one video instead of the 2 video format, you get that as well.
Bam.
For $1.
Bam.
It's $1 a month.
Yep. I think we're cooler than a bag of Cheetos.
You can't even get that for $1.
Hey, that's true. Not hot Cheetos, though. Only like regular Cheetos.
So check us out on Patreon, guys. We hope to see you there. What's up, Patreon? Your boys up back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's going on, guys? How you living out there?
Yeah, man. Back
Yeah.
with another one, all that kind of good stuff. Phone ringing and shit. But we're going to keep
okay,
it.
man.
We're going to keep
That's
it
'cause you're
moving.
important.
We're going to keep it moving.
That's it, man. My phone is silent.
I was supposed to put it on
48 hours.
silence. That's George's way of digging at me on the slick. On the slick, he was like, your shit's supposed to be on silent.
We've never been professional. Why start today? I was joking. We got Randy Travis, right?
Forever and ever, amen, man.
It's only a matter of time before we got the Randy Travis. He's a big name. We've heard of him, of course.
Looking at the picture,
Yeah.
I know him from movies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, wow, so that's Randy Travis.
Yeah, when I was looking in the wiki, I was like, I know his face looks familiar, and then of course it was verified by him just kind of talking about how he just had a decent, pretty significant movie career. He seems like he's been in a lot of movies, so I knew I recognized his face. Ryan knew he recognized his face as
Yes,
well.
sir.
But we were reading some things, and it said here he's been active since 1978. He's recorded 20 studio albums and charted more than 50 singles on the Billboard Hot Country Song charts, including 16 that reached #1.
Wow.
Considered
Wow.
a pivotal figure in the history of country music. He broke through in the mid-1980s with the release of his album Storms of Life, which sold more than 4 million copies. The album established him as a major force in the neo-traditional country movement.
Dope.
Travis followed up his successful debut with a string of platinum and multi-platinum albums. He is known for his distinctive baritone vocals, delivered in a traditional style that has made him a country music star since the 80s, man.
Beautiful.
That's fire, man.
That's
Looks like
a
he's got
crazy career.
Amazing.
Crazy.
He's like one of those people that's just good at everything. Huh? You're just gonna win at everything.
Yeah.
Right? Did country music, then transferred over into acting. Did well. Had a pretty nice career in acting. It looks like he won a whole bunch of Grammys. Looks like he sold 25 million records, won 7 Grammy Awards. I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? That's why we've heard of him. He's
killing
You know what I mean?
Killing the game.
So salute to him. Looks like he's moved into Christian country as well, is what it's saying. So maybe this is
Maybe this is off of that Christian album, maybe?
yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe this
I
is
don't
a
know.
Christian song. Okay. So Randy Travis, big deal. We had to get to him, guys. So let's get into it.
Let's do it, man.
This is a pretty sizable request in the post that we put up on Patreon. So let's see what it's about. Randy Travis, Forever and Ever, Amen. Oh yeah, big time.
You may think that I'm talking foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now this love that I feel for you always will be. Well, you're not just time that I'm killing.
Not just time that I'm killing.
Yeah, exactly. You're not just time I'm killing, man. I like country, man. I feel like when country artists have, it's something about a country artist with a baritone voice. You know what I mean? That I just think baritone voices in general, of course, are great, but
And you don't even really hear that a lot anymore.
Yeah,
You know? I think that's
absolutely.
why it's so great when you hear it. But go ahead.
It is,
I didn't mean
absolutely.
to, I didn't
No,
mean
it
to talk
could
over
be
you.
that though. It could be maybe that's why it's having a little bit more of an impact on me now. Song does sound familiar though, but we'll keep it moving.
So far, I think you're just confusing it with other country.
Okay, maybe.
Country tunes.
Maybe.
Because it's like you said, it's very, very standard.
Yeah.
Sounds standard anyway. So,
Okay.
but the chorus always tells the tale, man. That
the
tells the tale.
chorus will bring it
know?
home for us. All right, let's get back to it, guys.
Well, you're not just time that I'm killing. I'm no longer one of those guys.
I was right. He used to be one of those guys.
As sure as I live, this love that I give is gonna be yours until the day that I die. Oh, baby, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever. Amen.
I'm sure I've heard it somewhere.
As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder,
That's funny.
That is funny. That's true though, right? Yeah, man, the chorus, I've heard this before. Forever
like I
and
have.
ever. I've heard that before. Haven't, really dove into the song and deep and kind of took in the lyrics, but like I'm doing now. So I thought that was pretty funny in the chorus. He said that old men talk about the weather. Old men talk about the weather, and then old women talk about old men. I thought that was pretty funny because I think I can relate to that, right? I think that's what I do now. I think I talk to George like, man, what's the weather gonna be like today? You know what I mean? It's weather and traffic. I think that's like the staple of men's conversations: weather and traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, how did you get to work? Well, if you take the 215 to this, you can bypass that. It's like, is this what my life has been?
Right, exactly.
Come down to the fucking weather and fucking
sports.
Yeah.
One thing I want to add to this is that I gotta thank working at a lot of my minimum wage jobs, man. They just play songs over and over. I gotta think a lot of my just exposure to music that I normally wouldn't listen to my jobs, man.
I know you
It's
didn't just say
over.
shout out to minimum wage jobs.
I thank them, right? I gotta thank a lot of my minimum wage jobs for the exposure that I've gotten, to music. Because I feel like I've heard this on just stations playing in the background while I'm trying to make sales and make things happen.
I applaud you for giving them
shout
some
them
kind
out,
of accolades.
That's all they gonna get.
Because your boy, I'm not sharing that. I remember despair and depression when I was working at minimum
Absolutely.
wage.
I didn't say I wasn't depressed though. All right, let's get back to it, guys.
If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, I'll be happy to tell you again. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen.
He gonna run like a prayer. You know what I'm saying?
They say time takes its toll on the body, makes the young girl's brown hair turn gray. But honey, I don't care, I ain't in love with your hair. And if it all fell out, well, I'd love you anyway. They say time can play tricks on memory, make people forget things they knew. Well, it's easy to see, it's happening to me. I've already forgotten every woman but you, oh, darling. I'm
That
gonna
was fire though.
Yeah, like that.
That was fire.
How we spent it. You like
was
that?
slick.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or being real right now, but
I'm kind of serious about that line. I can see how people could take that as a cheesy line, but that was kind of slick cheesy to me.
I like it, man.
I don't know if that's a thing. It was
Slick cheesy.
slick cheesy, man.
Man.
I started I knew the line was coming, so I was like, woo!
Yeah. I think the main emphasis he's trying to make on this song is I'm gonna love you, regardless of everything. You know what I mean? Forever and ever, it's kind of like your vows, right? Till death do us part. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. I think that's kind of what I'm getting from here. And I think that's beautiful, man. I think the way he's...
You know this was played at weddings, too.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is played at a billion country weddings, or weddings in general.
I just think it's just beautiful, man. It just shows... it shows a part of a man that is faithful, I don't want to say reliable, but that's the word that's coming to mind because in this day and age, there's so many men that just kind of really, they really don't court women anymore. You see that's kind of dead. Chivalry is dead, right? You see it's all about, who looks good and who's got this. And so I really love the lyrics in here, man. It really shows the honor of that, what a man should have and that what men did have, so it's like I can appreciate this, man. I'm not really loving the song if I'm being honest, but I love what he's saying, you know what I mean? And I can see why a lot of people would really like this. I mean, it's almost like this is his holy grail of how he should treat a woman, right? I'm gonna love you forever and ever, amen. So it's almost like a prayer. You say that every night before you go to sleep if you're Christian or if you're religious or what have you. So I kind of think that's the take that I'm getting on this song is he's cherishing his woman as a gift from God, man, and just how he wants to be with her forever. And it doesn't matter if I lose my memory or you go bald or I lose an arm or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We're in this together, you know what I mean? And I think that's beautiful, man, because people don't say that shit anymore. They just don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just, what can you do for me? Basically.
That's very sweet.
You know what I'm saying?
Very sweet.
No, but I meant that though.
To me,
I
I believe you meant it though. I believe you meant it. I'm taking it as a woman that needs a lot of reassurance. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the player I used to be. Yeah. If your hair relax. Even if your hair falls out, she's just taking them through the gauntlet. Okay, what? What if I gain about 50 pounds though? Then what? You know what I mean? You gonna love me then?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a woman that's just, she understands how the game goes, and he's giving her this reassurance. Like, look, I know that this is typically what happens. I understand, right? I know that the infidelity is something that can derail a long-lasting love. I know that, you know, you can lose interest for this reason or that reason, man. So it's just to me, it's and I believe that's really what his goal was. What you just said, right?
I get it.
But that's what's running through my head
That's
as far
funny,
as like
though.
just reassurance. Like,
That's funny.
I got you. Don't worry. You know what I mean? I know. I was playing. I was out in these streets, but I'm ready now. I'm ready to be there for you. You know. For the rest of my life. So I think that this is cool, man. It's a good song. And I'm thinking that with this song, man, I think oddly enough, for whatever reason, I just think that this would go over really well as an acapella. I don't know, for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? I
can see that.
Because I like the melody is simplistic, but it's still very catchy, right?
Yeah.
Like I can hear him singing this at a wedding acapella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To his wife or something
Absolutely.
like that. So
Yep.
it's cool though. It's cool. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at it at all, man. Not mad at it. I can definitely see why this is a big hit.
Yeah.
It's very universal.
Big time. And people are relatable.
It's extremely relatable. I mean, these sort of things that he's talking about are just universal qualities
Yep.
that every woman would want a man
Absolutely.
to say to her. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
The reassurance that every woman would want. All right, guys, let's finish it up.
If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, but just listen to how this song ends. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, amen.
Yeah, that's a cool song, man.
It's just very endearing, man.
Yeah, it is.
But we didn't touch on a line that made me get up, though. We
Yeah.
kind of were talking. Because the way he set it up was smooth, though. They say that time can play tricks on a memory, make people forget things they knew. Well, it's easy to see it's happening to me. I've already forgotten every woman but you, baby. Woo! Put a ring on it.
Stop, dude.
Put a ring on it. That's it. The 80s, that's a slick line in the 80s. Because it's still kind of slick to me, so I know in the 80s that was getting through. You know what I mean? People got married to that line. All jokes aside, that was a sweet song, man. Sweet, endearing song about love that I see. I can definitely say, I'm sure that this is still to this day is a song that's played at weddings, wedding receptions, whatever the case may be, man. I really enjoyed his voice. He had a nice, really just the baritone in his voice to me was very soothing, but yet manly at the same time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's what you want when a man is talking about committing himself to a woman. You want that to come from a manly but soothing.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
type of tone. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
So shout out to Randy Travis. Shout out to everybody in the comments or whatever that, you know, requested this one, man. So
Yeah, man.
good song.
Do I think it could be perceived as like trying to, you know, be
Cliched?
over the top, you know,
Savvy?
coddling a woman? I do see how that could be perceived. But dude, you know, I think in the time frame that this was made, I don't think it was perceived that way. I think in 2019, listening to it now, the song I think was made in 1987, as you know, according to Wikipedia here. But I can see that, right? Then I think that was just you. It wasn't a bad thing to tell your woman how you felt about her. You know, I think too many times, man. Now in this day and age, man, that's what men just kind of thinks that's a sign of weakness, but that's a sign of strength, man. I mean, you know, you're supposed to love your woman, right? So I really enjoyed the song from a writing standpoint, a groove standpoint. I really thought it was very standard. And standard's not bad because I like a lot of things that are standard, but it just for me, if I have to see the blaring greatness in this song, I think it's the writing and the way he sounded singing. So I agree with you. If he did this a cappella, I would have been like, man, this is playlist.
Yep, he's got a great voice, man.
know,
He's
so-
got a great voice. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed that, just enjoy it because there's no...
Yeah, you guys are already patrons, so
on
we love you
Patreon,
guys.
so
Thanks for the support. We
mission
appreciate it. So more to come, man, in the future, man. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
That's it. We out. Peace, guys.